This is TV Platinum. Here are the top 5 stories making the headlines.
On number 1, the Nigerian Senate has resolved to convene a National Security Summit in response to the recent deadly attacks by alleged herdsmen in Kogi State. This decision was reached during Tuesday's plenary session where senators deliberated on the alarming rise in violence and its devastating impact on innocent citizens. Senator Issa Jibrin, representing Kogi East, brought the issue to the floor, highlighting the tragic loss of lives and destruction of properties in his constituency. He urged his colleagues to take immediate action to address the security crisis and find sustainable solutions to protect vulnerable communities. On number 2, in a unanimous decision on Tuesday, the House of Representatives directed the Minister of Aviation to ensure that members of the armed forces are exempted from paying toll gate fees and parking charges at airports across Nigeria. The resolution followed a motion by Honorable Abdul Samad Dasuki, who expressed concern over the financial burdens placed on military personnel accessing airport facilities. The House stressed the importance of recognizing the sacrifices made by the armed forces and called for immediate implementation of the exemption to ease their movements and operations. On number 3, retired police officers under the Contributory Pension Scheme took to the National Assembly in Abuja on Tuesday to protest several months of unpaid pensions representing various state chapters. The retirees lamented the severe hardships they face due to the National Pension Commission's failure to disburse their entitlements. The protesters called on the federal government to remove them from the Contributory Pension Scheme, citing its inefficiency and the financial struggles it has caused them. On number 4, the tripartite minimum wage negotiation meeting involving organized labor, the federal and state governments, the organized private sector, ended in a deadlock on Tuesday. Labour leaders dismissed the government's offer of 54,000 naira, describing it as inadequate and a sign of the government's lack of seriousness. Labour representatives also criticized the absence of state governors at the meeting, noting that their representatives were not authorized to make binding commitments. The impasse underscores the ongoing tension between the government and labour unions over wage increases. And lastly, the Central Bank of Nigeria (CBN) has raised the monetary policy rate MPR by 150 basis points to 26.25%, up from 24.75%. This announcement was made known during a briefing by the CBN Governor Olayemi Cardoso in Abuja on the outcome of the 295th Monetary Policy Committee (MPC) meeting. The MPC also retained its asymmetric corridor at plus 100 over minus 300 basis points, the cash reserve ratio (CRR) for deposit money banks at 45%, and the liquidity ratio at 30%. The hike in the MPR is aimed at curbing inflation and stabilizing the economy amidst ongoing financial challenges.
Those are the top stories. Do subscribe and follow us across all our platforms to get more of this update.